that other live stream, and we're gonna do it over there. Check, 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 check. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Y'all, they can hear me tearing everything down. Y'all can hear me tearing everything down. All right. Y'all come on in here. Where y'all at? I didn't add my name to the list. It was saying that people, it was Rhonda, it was saying people couldn't click on the link. It was saying people couldn't click on the link. Let me put the new link in the Discord. Let me put the new YouTube link in the Discord. Now, the new YouTube link is in the Discord now. All right. To update the link. All right. Who we got up in here? Y'all in here now? Y'all in here now? Hey, hear you. Hi. I didn't add my name to the list. It didn't work. Oh, no. I'm just over here. I just came over here now. I'm about to, CMF. Are you a one-arm curl? Are you a one-arm curl type? You be doing one-arm curls, CMF? CMF, I ain't never seen a name before. I just had to get rid of somebody. Now, Rhonda, do you remember how, I just created a Google Doc, right? But let me see if I can name it here. I just clicked on the name up there. See, I created a Google Sheets. Google Sheets, there you go. I just had to click on the name. I don't have to hit save as. Boom. Now it's got the right name. All right. Okay, now before y'all was saying y'all couldn't click on it. So now let me see. Copy link. Oh. I say only people with it. Okay, yeah, only people with the link. All right. Do I need to add my name somewhere? Yeah, I'm JT South Miami. JT South Miami, you sound like a thug. You got goals in your mouth. I'm from Lauderdale. You sound like a thug, JT South Miami. You got goals in your mouth. Them just jokes. I'm just playing around right here. Let's see now. Boom. Let's see what happened now. Is it letting y'all click the link? Is it letting y'all click the link now? 7 rocks. And I knew it. I knew it. And if you from South Florida, you say slugs or rocks. You say slugs or rocks. I knew it. I knew it. He got a 7-pack. 7 slugs in the front. I knew it. Hey, I have to request access. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it. Let me see if I can fix it. Let's do it again. I'm seeing if I can. Let me see. Anyone with the link. All right. Let me see if I can do it again. Let's see what happened. Hold on. Let me see what happened. All right. I just changed something on there. I just changed something. Now, click the link now. I just changed something and put a new link in there. I forgot to hit done. So now click it. Works. All right, works. Why I don't see nothing on there if it works? Could you click it from the phone? Before y'all was saying y'all couldn't click it from the phone. It's in view only mode for me. Can't type. Okay, let me change something else. Let me change something else. It keep asking for access, but let me, okay, viewer, editor. All right, I just changed it to editor. It's blank. There's a slider at the bottom next to text. Okay, now I just changed something again. I just changed it to editor. I just changed it to editor. I see Rhonda name in there. I see Rhonda name in there. All right. All right. I see stuff popping in now. So I got it right now. And are you able to do it from the phone? Try it again, Tasha. Go out and click on, because I see people starting to do it now. I see people starting to wait a minute. See right there? People, wait a minute. What's going on? Why does this say anonymous Tasha Jackson? Why does this say anonymous Dumbo Octopus? Somebody, CMF. Anonymous Chinchilla. What is that? Anonymous Dumbo Octopus. Anonymous Chinchilla. What does that mean? What does that mean? Yes, it's good now. Yes, it's good now. All right, I see stuff popping in. I see stuff. Man, we looking real slack. We looking real slack over here. I guess the fumbling and bumbling on the first live stream done scared some people off. Done scared some people off. One, two, three, four, five. What does what mean? It says, like when I hover over some of the boxes, it's got like anonymous chinchilla, anonymous buffalo. The gang couldn't make it tonight. Maybe do it another time. Said the gang couldn't make the night. Maybe do it another time. Maybe do it another time. Slim B. Who is Slim B? Slim B, this your first time tapping in? Who is Slim B? I've never seen Slim B before. CMF, never seen them before. Slim B, never seen them before. Slim B, this your first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits? I'm still here. I can't commit to attend next week, so I didn't add my name. You say you can't commit to next week. Why you say you can't commit to next week? Huh? Why you say you can't commit to next week? Valentine, why you say you can't commit to next week? You say too busy with work and studying for a class I'm taking. I didn't add my name because I'm not at the stage yet, so I don't want to waste your time. What stage is that? What stage is that? What stage is that? CMF said yes. I've been subscribed for months. All right then, CMF. CMF said they've been subscribed. How about Derek? Slim B. How long you been around, Slim B? Derek. Wait a minute. Your name Derek, but your YouTube channel named Slim B? How long you been around, Slim B? Y'all go ahead and share this out with people. Do me a favor, hit a like for the algorithm and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. All right. I was watching Core Part 1 when I saw you go live, starting from the beginning. If you start from the beginning, that sounds like the perfect time to be involved in some type of right seat, left seat mentorship to me. But that's just what I think. Wild Berries. Wild Berries is the cartoon guy. Wild Berries is the cartoon guy. Y'all share this out with somebody who you think will benefit from a week-long mentorship with myself. This is what it's going. I'm gonna tell everybody what it is one more time. Right? I'm doing a giveaway to one person for a week-long mentorship with myself starting next week. Right? If we're gonna meet for at least up to 1 hour a day. It's gonna be like either 30, 45 minute, no more than an hour long session. Right? What it's gonna be, we're gonna sit down, right, at whichever time is most convenient for you. If it's most convenient for you to do it in the morning, we're gonna do it in the morning and sit down. We're gonna go through the charts, right? Preferably before the market open. Sit down. I'm gonna go through the charts with you. I'm gonna show you everything that I'm currently looking at, what has my attention and why, right? And then you have the opportunity to ask me any of your burning questions, anything you would ask a mentor, you know what I'm saying? Pick my brain. And we're going to meet every day of the week. If we do it in the morning, it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? If it's better for you to meet in the evening, because I want to do it before the market opens at New York, right? So if it's better for you to meet in the evening, it'll be Sunday night, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? But it's going to be all week, for each trading day next week. So if it's best for that person who win to meet in the evening, right, it'll be Sunday through Thursday night. If it's best for that person who win to meet in the morning, it'll be Monday through Friday, right? Because I want it to be before the New York morning starts. Okay. Now, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna be trading live with you. I'm not gonna be telling you to push the buttons to get in. It's about your opportunity to pick my mind. You know what I'm saying? This your opportunity. Whatever questions you might have. Now, I trade ICT concepts, right? So that's what I'm fluent in. But whatever you want to ask, if you don't trade ICT concepts and you want to ask some other stuff, hey, I see what I can help you with. But this is your opportunity to go right seat, left seat with somebody who do this for a living. This is what I do. I trade, right? And just ask all your burning questions. And we're going to do it, you know what I'm saying, next week. That's what we got going on next week. So where's that other person? Derek Slim B. Derek Slim, are you still here, Derek Slim B? Derek Slim B, are you? If you're not here, Derek Slim B, I'm gonna take your name off the list. Man, you talking about Derek from like a long time ago, Derek? And then you done change your name like 500 times because your YouTube name, it say watch me now. It don't say Slim B. It say watch me. If this Derek from like a long time ago, Derek. Talk about Slim B. It don't even say, they don't even say Slim B over here. You done changed your name. Say watch me. So why you put Slim B on the, go back and fix the paper and put watch me 262. That's what your name is. Joe T. Is that JT? The one that say Joe T with no YouTube name on there? Is that Joe? Is that JT? The one that they got no YouTube name on there? He'll learn the shell. Why ain't see your name pop up on the sheet yet? Who else is that? Valentine. Why ain't see your name pop up on the sheet yet? I'm pretty sure you got an hour a day next week. Both of y'all. Put your name on the sheet. Who else we got in here? That would be cool just to discuss that and bounce questions off you. Yeah. Yeah. Is that JT? Joe T. Is that you, JT? Huh? Put your YouTube name on there. I see Tasha. I see Rhonda. I see J-Rock. CMF. Derek. Geoff. Wild Berries. What's going on, Empire Trades? All right. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Fill your Joe T. Joe T. Is that you? Is that you, JT? If that's you, go in there and put your YouTube name in the form. Sounds the same as Jeff. Oh, okay, Jeff Trades. Jeff Trades, where you from? And you spell Jeff like that. Where you from, Jeff Trades? Where you from, Jeff Trades? All right. Y'all do me a favor. Share this out with somebody. All right. Numbers looking abysmal. That's all right. Don't need a lot. I just need seriousness. Don't need a lot. I just need seriousness. Last time, Joe T. Joe T, go put your YouTube name inside the sheet. Right there. It's blank. Put your YouTube name inside the sheet. All right. Now, I'm going to look at the chart real quick. We're going to throw some stuff on the chart, see what we see going on with the chart, and then I'm going to pull up like a random picker for these handful of people on the giveaway. And then living in Canada at the moment, was in the UK. All right, then. Is the old spelling. Jeff. Jeff. Is it Jeff? Jeff? Like that? Do you pronounce it out like Jeff? Pronounce the E, the O, and the L. I know when, like in other languages besides English, you pronounce like every letter in the word. All right. If, pronounce the same as Jeff. All right. If you put your name, if you put your name in the spreadsheet, right? If you, Joe T, South Miami with the 7 slugs in your mouth. Is that Joe T you? Is that you? If so, click on the link and go put your YouTube name in the section, in the spot where it say YouTube name. And your YouTube name is what's the name? Valentine. I still don't see your name in the spreadsheet. I still don't see your name in the spreadsheet, Valentine. All right. While I'm going through it, let's look at the chart. Right here we are. Right on our weekly chart. On our NQ chart. If we go to the monthly chart, right? We know we just started this month out. we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days, 1 week. We've had 1 trading week in the month of June, right? The month of April. Yeah, go ahead and put JT South Miami 1822. Go click on the sheet and go put that in the spot that say what's your YouTube channel. Go put JT South Miami in the channel. All right. All right. Go there. Now, Prentice B. What's going on, Prentice B? Is that Prentice? Is that Prentice P Dub brother Prentice, or is that somebody else? I know P Dub had a brother named Prentice. I've never met P Dub brother, but I know P Dub got a brother named Prentice. And I used to go to church with a guy named Prentice, but is that P Dub brother Prentice? Make sure you put your YouTube name in there. Hold on. Prentice that can't be Valentine. Oh, Valentine was just putting the name in the wrong spot. Valentine was putting the name in the wrong spot. No, JT put JT South Miami inside the YouTube where it says YouTube. Put JT South Miami where it says YouTube, and then you can put Joe back where you say your name. You had Joe T. You can leave that there, but the next one over say what's your YouTube name. Put JT South Miami over there. All right. Yeah. So I know what person it is on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And then like Prentice got Prentice on there. So just put Prentice B 6447 inside your YouTube name over there. Right? Just put like Prentice B in the YouTube name. Then JT South Miami, just put Joe T inside your name, and then put JT South Miami in the YouTube side where it says what's your YouTube. Okay. All right, so here we go, looking at what we did from April up until now. Right, April, we know we went straight up, nothing could stop me, I'm all the way up. May, right, we went straight up, nothing can stop me, we all the way up. Right, then June, we came up there very close to our anticipatory reactionary point, and then now we've started to pull back down. Okay, all right, so on the monthly chart right now, okay, what did we say? We said that looking at our monthly chart, okay, looking at our monthly chart, if you go from the high we just made all the way down to this low, right, that's our overall dealing range, right? That's our overall dealing range, okay? And then we said that from the low, and that's April 2025 low up into June 2026 high. Then we said from March 2026 low to the June 2026 high, that's our current dealing range, right? That's our current dealing range for the monthly chart. All right, so for the monthly chart, this is our current dealing range right here. What do we know about the current dealing range? All right, let me help you out here, JT. All right, so I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna take this here, copy that, I'm gonna put this over here, boom, like that. And then what you say your first name was? Joe T. Boom. There you go. All right. Boom. What's that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. IPTA is 20, 40, or 60. What do you mean? IPTA is 20, 40, and 60. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, it's 20, 40, and 60. Why you ask me that? Why you say, whoa, 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 IPTA is 20, 40, or 60? Why you say that? I'm saying it's 20, 40, and 60. But why did you say, whoa, 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 whoa? I'm asking you a question. You said, whoa, 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 whoa. IPTA is, I see that, dealing range. Yeah. You said, whoa, whoa, whoa. IPTA is 20, 40, or 60. Right? I'm saying IPTA has a 20-day dealing range, 40 and 60. It's a look back period. It's a 20-day look back, 40-day look back, 60-day look back, 20-day look forward, 40 days look forward, 60-day look. It's 20, 40, and 60. But I'm saying you was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Which is it? What made you say that? That's what I'm asking. All right, so this is our current dealing range on the monthly time frame. We don't want people to look. Wildberry said, we don't want people looking at 3 months saying that is the range. That is the range. That is the range. Let's go back. Let's go back to the definitions of what thing is. Right? Somebody, is there anybody who don't know what the definition of a dealing range is? Yeah, I copied it over there. I copied it over there. That's why I say I'm gonna help you out. I copied it and put it over there. Is there, if you don't know what the definition of a dealing range is, put a 1 in the chat. If you do not know, if you ain't 100% sure, hey, I know what a dealing range is, put a 1 in the chat. It don't matter. It don't matter the most, I ain't saying it don't, if you don't know what the definition of a dealing range is, put a 1 in the chat. That's a huge range to be thinking about. What time frame are we on? What time frame are we on? What time frame are we on right here? Do y'all see what time frame we on? All right. So looking at, all right, we're on the monthly time frame. All right. All right. Objection withdrawn, Your Honor. Objection was withdrawn. He said objection withdrawn. Okay, I saw some ones in the chat. So for those who don't know what a dealing range is, right? A dealing range is, let me see. I got it. I want to say it in an educated way. So I'm gonna go over here and was it dealing ranges, Rhonda, where we got the an area and price defined by a swing high and swing low, but it's another criteria in there. What does that swing high and swing low got to do? J-Rock, you on the right path. But it's very important. It's a very important thing that you left out, that swing high and swing low has to do. Right? What does that swing high and swing low have to do? La 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 la. Displacement. Is it in displacement? Sweep high. Yes, it has to take liquidity on both sides. It has to take liquidity on both sides. It's got to take. Do y'all know what what slide presentation I was in when I covered that? No, we're not going through taxes. We're not going through taxes. External liquidity. You said, I can't remember. I want to read it off the slides. If the dealing range, okay. Dealing range. I got something about dealing range in here. Right here. Dealing range, right? A range where price has taken out liquidity, then reversed and taken out the opposing liquidity. That is the definition of a dealing range. If price has not taken out liquidity on both ends, it's not a dealing range. It can be an expansion leg. It can be an impulse leg. It can be a range that you're watching. But if you have not taken liquidity on both sides of the market, it's not a dealing range. Okay? So when we look here, we see that price was engineering liquidity here. You got a swing low right here. What rests below swing lows? Sell side liquidity, right? While we're engineering liquidity here, we got a swing high there. We got a swing high there. Relative equal highs. What rests above relative equal highs? Buy side liquidity. Price dropped, took sell side. Price rallied, took buy side, right? The low is low and high is high. In that range, that's our current dealing range. I say current because when we look over here, right, this expansion leg / dealing range is a part of a larger dealing range, right? We know here based off of our continuous contract that this drop down right here traded down into sell side liquidity that we were watching. Well, that's that one there. That's a different one. This is further back than I thought. This is way back. This is the liquidity we were watching all year. So this is farther back than I thought. Okay. So this dropped down below some liquidity and rallied up, right? And if we go look at our continuous contract, right, NQ1 exclamation point, and go to a monthly chart, right? We can see here, this is that drop right there. Right there. That's that drop right there for April 2025, right? Come over here. April 2025. We see there we drop down below liquidity and then we rally up, drop down, rally up, right? So that's our overall dealing range. And this is our subsequent subordinate baby versus parent dealing range right there. So on the monthly time frame, this is our current dealing range. What are we looking for inside that current dealing range, right? What do we look for inside the current dealing range? We're looking for our what? We're looking for our what? Our trading what? We're looking for our trading what? We're looking for our trading. This is why I like how you spell opportunities. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. We're looking for our trading opportunities inside that current expansion. That's where we're looking for our current trading opportunities inside the current expansion. Well, Tim, what do you mean by that? I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers, right? This is our entire dealing range. So on this monthly chart, right, I'm going to do it like this. If I highlight our entire dealing range, I'll make it really fat and I'm going to make it blue. Okay. If I'm looking at my entire dealing range and I know that smart money buys in a discount and sells in a premium, right? If I'm looking at this entire dealing range and I don't notice, hey, price has formed a balanced price range right here. We've offered buy side delivery, sell side delivery, and then left this area, right? Now, if I'm looking for price to come back to a discount in my entire dealing range, right? I may be waiting for nothing because price has created a balanced price range here. And if price is truly bullish, right, it will come down to this balanced price range and then go on without me while I'm waiting down here in a discount for nothing, right? So I'm looking for my trading opportunities in the current expansion, the current expansion leg, the current impulse leg, and in this case, the current dealing range, right? So looking at the current dealing range of the monthly chart, right? This is our discount PD rate as far as imbalances, right? This BISI right here for the month of April, right? This BISI is an opportunity to buy in a discount, right? Why do you say that, Tim? Because for our current range, if we come back below 26,884 and 3/4, that's putting us starting to go into a discount on the monthly chart, right? So on the monthly chart, we have a bullish fair value gap resting here. That's our current discount imbalance because we trade down below that line right there, which is equilibrium of our current dealing range at 26,884 and 3/4, right? We know we have come into a discount. What about the bullish order block and the breaker? If you trade breakers and order blocks, that's fine, right? But if you look at the monthly chart right now, right, this is a bullish mitigation block, right? Not a bullish breaker, right? Tim, yes it is. We took out a low right there, so that makes a breaker. Yeah! This right here, these are consecutive up close candles, right? Consecutive up close candles. You're not going to take a piece of it, right, and ignore the rest, right? So from this low, if this high would have come down and taken out this low and gone up, then this would be a bullish breaker. But since this high right here did not come down and take out that low, all right, then based off this monthly price action, right, that's a bullish mitigation. This right here is a bullish mitigation block. All of these consecutive up close candles, because this swing didn't take out a low, so that's a failure swing. Boop, boop, right? Right? There's no swing low down here that it took out, right? There is a swing low there, right? You say you feel like your feed delayed. Forget all my comments. I feel like my feed delayed. I don't know. Are you on live? Did you hit the live button? Right now. Did you hit the live button? It should be like a 3-second delay. Right? It should be like a 3-4 second delay. So I saw your comment pop in. Are you live? You ain't behind. Make sure it's all the way live. Like on my computer or on my phone, The little live will have a red dot next to it if I'm all the way live. I need my fan. It's hot back here today. Anyway, now, Tim, why are we looking at this monthly time frame? Right? We're looking at this monthly time frame because we have come up. You said it's like 15 seconds for you? Are y'all delayed by like 15 seconds? Hold on. Y'all shouldn't be delayed by 15 seconds. Y'all hold on. Stream settings. I'm on ultra low latency. It should be like 3 seconds. Nah, it's like 3 seconds. I'm on ultra low latency. My streams be like 3 seconds delay. And I'm showing ultra low latency right here. It's set for ultra low latency. Right here. See? Right there. I got it set to ultra low latency. Right there. Ultra low latency. It say does not support 4K. I got it streaming in 1080. Right? And so it should be a 3 second delay. Right? And when I look at it, I can see that it's only like 3 seconds behind me. Right? This live on YouTube right there. Right? That's live on YouTube. So if I go here to put it on camera only, right? And I see that it just switched over 4 seconds later, right? If I wave my hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? It's waving the hand. It's on like a 3 second delay. Make sure you all the way caught up. Yeah, make sure it's on live. Make sure your live button has a red dot next to it, right? On your phone or on your computer, make sure the live button got a red dot to it because you will be behind. You thinking you up on the current information and you way behind. All right. So why are we looking at this monthly chart? 2 reasons, right? You always want to know where you are in price. All right, on every time frame, and you want to go from the top down. So on our end, you want to know, is it a way to force it to stay live? I know this my fault. Like if your phone like buffer a little bit or your computer buffer a little bit, it'll stop you from being live. And you not on live no more. You got to make sure it's always that red light is always on. If it buffer a little bit, it'll pause and then you won't be live. If you say if you mess around and bump something and make it go back, you won't be live. But just make sure that whenever I'm watching the stream, I always make sure that light is red so that I'm always up to full time. Current time. Okay. You want to know where you are in price, premium or discount. And you want to know, does that time frame have a reason to move back to the premium or discount? Meaning, right? If we're looking at our current range, right? Where are we in our current dealing range? Premium or discount, right? Put in the chat where you think we are in our current dealing range on the monthly chart. Premium or discount. Put a P or a D. Premium or discount. Where's my water? Premium or discount. Put a P or D. Look at Jeff overachieving, spelling out the whole word. Wild berries. Wild berries. Don't be acting like me in the chat, wild berries. Don't be acting like me in the chat. I said, where are we on the monthly time frame? Where are we on our current monthly time frame? Where are we? Premium or discount? Shout out to everybody that put a P in the chat And as for wild berries out there acting like me, we're in a premium. Okay, since we're in a premium, right? Smart money sells in a premium and buys in a discount. All right. We are in a premium inside a bullish trend, aka a buy program, right? If you're in a buy program, right, what do you want price to do? You want price to come back to at least an area of fair value, aka equilibrium, and preferably come back to a discount to offer an opportunity to buy, right? So you start at your higher time frame and see, are we in a premium or a discount? And if we're in a premium, in a buy program, is there a reason for that time frame to come back to that discount? In this case, I'm just gonna stick with discount because we're on discounts. And on this monthly time frame, there is a reason for the monthly to come back down here. Why? Now there's several reasons, right? You got a bullish order block, right? You got a bullish mitigation block, right? So there's a reason, there's several reasons to come down here. Mitigation block, order block. The order block and the mitigation block, those are a part of order block theory, right? The algorithm has left, right, orders at a specific price that it knows it will revisit, right? And they are left there for a specific reason, either to mitigate or to block or stop price from going so far, right? The imbalance down there, what does the algorithm seek? Liquidity and balance. If there's an imbalance below price, that's a reason for the algorithm to come back down and offer, in this case, sell side delivery, because all we did was offer buy side delivery from April up until the end of May, right? So now the algorithm will want to offer sell side delivery. Mind you, I'm not saying sell side liquidity. It's going to offer sell side delivery, right? Because there's a buy side imbalance over here. This entire move up here, this is a buy side imbalance. Now, inside that buy side imbalance, there's a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, something known as a bullish fair value gap. Michael named it a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Why? Because it's inefficient sell side delivery in this area between this March high and this May low, right? And that inefficiency, the majority of it in this case falls in the discount of our current range, therefore being a great opportunity on the monthly time frame to look for opportunities to buy down here, right? If you just do it based off a monthly time frame, that's fine, right? You know your risk is down here, right? If you do it based off of once it get here, what does my weekly and daily give me? That's fine. That's up to you, right? Because price is fractal. That's the same way you look at a daily time frame, and then when you get to your daily level, you drop to an hourly time frame. Then when you get to your hourly level, you drop to a 5-minute time frame. And when you look at that 5-minute time frame, you may enter there based off what you see, or you may drop to a 1-minute time frame and enter there based off what you see. Same thing up here, right? Monthly, right? Then drop down to your daily. Daily, drop down to your 60, right? Your 2 time frame methods, okay? So monthly has a reason to come down there. Now, also on the monthly, right? We are in a buy program, right? What do we do at the start of the month? What do we do at the start of the month? We're in a buy program. What did we attack at the start of the month? What did we attack at the start of the month? Put it in chat. Did we attack buy side liquidity or did we attack sell side liquidity? Somebody said we attacked the ball. We attacked buy side liquidity. All right. When we're in a buy program, right? Did I say sell program before? If you're in a buy program, you want to see some level of sell side liquidity be engaged before you start to look for buying opportunities. Why? Because when you're in a buy program, you want to see sell side manipulated. Okay? So on the monthly time frame, we're in a buy program and we engage the buy side first, and now we're starting to reject off that buy side. Okay? You notice here, right? We came here and we dropped down and we took out sell side, right? So what are we looking at this as? A manipulation, right? We're looking at this as a manipulation. Boom, we're manipulating down, right? Because we're in a buy program, we manipulate down, and then after we manipulate it down, right, we're displacing away, right? This displacement away lets us know, yes, that was my manipulation, and now the manipulation is over, right? Manipulation over. Okay? Now, in this case, we did not get an opportunity to participate in anything running up like this right here off this monthly time frame unless you just bought when we start to break above this high. If you waited for any type of retracement or anything based off this monthly time frame, you haven't had an opportunity to participate yet. All right, you have not had an opportunity to participate yet. But it's not over. Okay, so if we have identified that we were consolidating and we said that we dropped down here and this was like our manipulation, and then we took off right there. Right now, what we can do, right? If we squash this up like this right here, right? We squash this up, and then now we're going to look at this in two ways. Okay, we're going to look at this in two ways. Why are we looking at it in two ways, Tim? Because this right here is the highest point, and this right here is the lowest point, right? If you look at price in the sense of this. Right? But if you look at the idea of time and price, this is the beginning of the year. Right here. This is the beginning of the year. So this is the start of the year. Right? So this right here is the start of the year. This is the lowest we've gone in manipulating, and then we took off. So we said this was our manipulation. This displacement proved that the manipulation is over. So if we come over here and we get our magical Fibonacci tool, right, and we look for bullish projections and go from the low, right, the extreme of the expansion, and come up here to the high where this manipulation started right there. And this right here is based off of the start of the year, right? So we're looking at the start of the year, and we can see here that we went up and then we dropped. That's the start of this manipulation down. Okay, start of the year, start of the manipulation down. So based off that range there, this manipulation leg, as we can see, we came up to just over one standard deviation. Right? We came up to just over one standard deviation of our manipulation leg on this monthly chart. Okay? Right? On this monthly chart. And then once we've gotten to this one standard deviation, right? We popped up above this monthly high, this one standard deviation. This is an anticipatory reactionary point. Why? Because based off of this manipulation, right? It's very likely that we will come that one standard deviation move, right? It's like we'll come. So we come there now. But wait, it's not over. All right. So now that we've gotten here and we anticipate price to come back down into a discount, right? When price comes back down into a discount, here's our discount PD array, right? That we will be looking for based off imbalances, right? You will be looking for a reason to get long in a discount, right? Tim, what if it wants to go deeper? That's why we got stop losses, right? But based off what price is doing here, right? We consolidate it, expand it, reverse. Now we're looking for a retrace and a delivery, right? So based off of our manipulation leg on this monthly time frame, when we get our retracement, opportunity to buy in a discount, and we look for our delivery, now what can we shoot for outside of all-time new highs? Our anticipatory reactionary points, that 1.5, that 2.0, based off of our manipulation leg. Right? Everybody follow me? Everybody, this is long term. This is long term. We're looking long term because we're on a monthly chart. All right? All right? Now, I said we're going to look at it two ways. Why are we looking at it two ways? Because the algorithm engineered relative equal highs. Now, I was doing it based off of time and price. I'm looking at current year price because time is important. We came into a new year right here, right? So when we came into a new year, price dropped down into a discount and manipulated out sell side and then took off. So based off what price did for the new year, right? These are your anticipatory reactionary points. Right now, since it's relative equal highs right there, now, right, you may want to look at it based off the highest high of the entire manipulation leg, right? Now, this is your highest high of your entire manipulation leg, right? So this is just based off of time, right? This is just based off time, the new year. What have we done this year? And this is based off of algorithmic principles. This is my entire manipulation leg that this displacement proved to me that it was over, right? Price went up, price came down, price went up. So from that high to that low, this is my entire manipulation leg. And as you see here, price came up, poked above that one standard deviation, right? In May, at the end of May, we came very close to it, right? As we can see, at the end of May, we came very close to it. Then in June, we opened up, poked above that one standard deviation and started to retreat heavily, right? Started to retreat heavily. Right? So now, based off of our entire manipulation leg, right? This is your projections based off your entire manipulation leg, right? One standard deviation, 1.5. So again, when price comes down into your discount PD array, be it you look at imbalances, be it you look at mitigation blocks, be it you look at order blocks, if price come down and give you an opportunity at your PD array of choice, right? Now your all-time high would be your low-hanging fruit, and then your deviations in half standard deviation increments will be your targets, your reasonable targets above new all-time highs way down in the future. All right? Way down in the future. Okay? I don't low floats, right? I used to subscribe to the idea of profit taking back in the day, but I don't subscribe to profit taking anymore. I just believe in, you know what I'm saying, IPTA is offering buy side delivery or sell side delivery, right? I still understand the idea of I don't look at profit taking anymore. I look at distribution, That's what I look at. I look at distribution, right? This large move right here is because IPTA is distributing or offsetting long positions above this anticipatory reactionary point, above this buy side liquidity, right? It's offsetting these positions, right? There are willing buyers up here. Is people willingly want to buy this breakout. So IPTA is selling to those willing buyers, right? IPTA bought down here, and then now it's selling up here. It's selling a lot of its contracts up there. So we're getting this heavy move back down, right? And it's just offering this sell side delivery, and it's going to keep offering sell side delivery until it comes to the point where it's ready to start offering buy side delivery again, right? So I no longer subscribe to the idea of selling pressure, buying pressure, profit taking. I don't discount it. I don't say anybody who still subscribe to it is dumb or stupid. I don't name call, but I just subscribe to a different way of thinking now, right? So some people say profit taking. I say distribution or offsetting. IPTA is distributing positions below lows or above highs, right? When we drop below a low, right, and we start to rally off of that low, it's distributing those short positions at lower prices, right? Right? People are selling. It's selling to willing sellers, right? It's selling to people who want to sell in a discount. It's selling to them, and it's offsetting them long positions. I mean, it's offsetting those short positions, and then that's why price is going back up, because they're selling, and people, you know what I'm saying? So it start moving back up. Then you incorporate seasonal tendencies in it? Yes, we think about seasonal tendencies, and we look at seasonal tendencies, but we don't put the weight on the seasonal tendency. The seasonal tendency is a confluence to what price action is doing, right? For example, right now we're getting ready to go into what is typically known as a bearish time of the year, going into the summer months. Like, you know what I'm saying, getting close to like August and all that. August and September are typically the worst, right? Summers usually chop you up or be like bad. We have these, or you can go and look at what are the seasonal tendencies if you go to see what the seasonal tendencies are for the Qs, right? You want to use that as confluence to what the algorithm is doing, all right? So for right now, we're in a premium, right? We're in a premium, right, on the monthly chart in the midst of a buy program. If we're going into a bearish seasonality, right, and we start seeing bearish order flow, then we can say, okay, we're going into a bearish season. I'm starting to get evidence of bearish order flow. So now I can start to trust these sales setups that I'm seeing if I want to buy puts. Now I can start to trust these, and I can have targets I can shoot for based off of the order flow that we're looking at. And we're going to look at that in a minute. All right. So that's our monthly time frame, right? I done beat that horse enough. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was cooking, so I'm going to give myself okay, all right? Give myself let him cook, all right? So now, I'm going to hide this for a second, and then we're going to jump down into the weekly time frame, all right? So now, looking at our weekly time frame, right? Looking at our weekly time frame. Do y'all remember what we said? We said on our weekly time frame, right, that this here, right, that right there was that's our long-term, right? This is our long-term weekly dealing range, right? From that lowest low to that highest high. Right? for our monthly, right? For our monthly, right? You can say this is your short term or your current dealing range. And this right here would be intermediate, right? And then if you go farther back on the what's name, that'd be like long term, all time, right? That's your intermediate, right? And your short term, because we said it's our current, right? Your short term always going to be 9 times out of 10, your short term going to be your current dealing range, right? Sometimes it may be the intermediate term if we just go on parabolic, all right? So now on our weekly time frame, right? This is our long-term weekly, right? Which is the intermediate on the monthly, right? We said that's our intermediate, but on our weekly, that's our long-term time horizon, right? For the dealing range. This right here, this is our intermediate term time horizon on the weekly, right? Intermediate. All right. And then for the short term, right? For our short term on the weekly, right? After we leave this balanced price range right here, right? Where do we leave this balanced price range at, right? So coming from this week here of April 20th on up, right? That right there is our short-term weekly time horizon, right? That's our time. And right here, if you look here, right? And the reason why I say time horizon, right? Because on the weekly, this right here is, I clicked on the wrong candle right there, right? Down here, this is where we took out the liquidity, right? So this is our current dealing range for the weekly. But since this is a balanced price range, same thing with the monthly, right? If you're looking at this, right, and ignoring this balanced price range, then you could be setting yourself up to be waiting for a discount that price won't come to if the buy program is still really, really strong, right? So you always want to be looking for when you leave that structure, when you break outside of this balanced price range. Because as we was going down here, based off what we're doing here, as we drop down, we're going bearish. And when we trade back above here, that's giving us a bullish breaking structure just based off this price action right here, right? And the same thing, we consolidate, expand, reverse. Now we're looking for a retrace and a delivery based off of if the price delivery. All right. So for our, right, that's our short-term time horizon for the weekly time frame right there. Okay. Right here, this swing low right there brings us back to fair value on the weekly time frame. If price is extremely bullish, right, we could very well drop to this discount and continue up, right? Looking at seasonality, will it do that, right? Based off seasonality, right? The likelihood of it doing that is lower, right? So you would anticipate, right, this to come down, right? You anticipate in this to be a smart money reversal. Why are we anticipating that? Because we've come to a monthly anticipatory reactionary point, right? Remember, we came to a monthly anticipatory reactionary point, and then now we're getting a heavy rejection from that higher time frame PDA rate, right? And then if we take out that sell side liquidity right there, right? We take out that sell side liquidity, that would give us a bearish Judas swing on this weekly time frame, right? So since that would give us a bearish Judas swing, right, we've already got a bearish change in the state of delivery right here. When we traded below this weekly open right there, that gave us a change in the state of delivery right there on this weekly time frame. Not because we closed below it, but because we offered that price. And that's the last two up close candles, right, coming into that buy side liquidity right there, right? So you got that attack on liquidity, right? Hit a higher time frame PDA rate. In this case, that projection level based off our manipulation, right? And then we got heavy contrarian displacement, and we offered the opening price for these last two up close candles, right? Making this right here a bearish order block, and that's your change in the state of delivery. Okay, so now we're anticipating this to be a smart money reversal. Does it have to be? Like I said, no, it don't. We could come below this low into this discount of this current expansion leg and continue up if the buy program is super strong. But since the monthly has a reason to come down here, right? You want to start to trust this change in the state of delivery, this bearish change in the state of delivery, and you will want to see a low risk sale right here. What incorporates a low risk sale, right? You want to come down, right? Preferably take out this sell side liquidity and make a new low here, right? Or even here, wherever, come back to the monthly high, whatever it wants to do. But you just want to take this liquidity, form some type of low, and then come back up and make another short-term high, leaving that one intact. Right? So if you come down, make a short-term high, leaving that one intact, and then take out that new low that you made right there, now you know that that's your smart money reversal here, and you know that that's your low risk sale. I kept saying low risk buy. Your low risk sale right there, and now you know that you're on the right side of a market maker sale model, and now you're looking for a price to make its way down, right, into that monthly discount PDA rate. All right, you're looking for it to come down into that monthly discount PDA rate. Now, for a low resistance run, you would want it to come back down into your monthly PDA rate, right? And on a monthly basis, you want to see it closing, respecting consequent encroachment of that monthly fair value gap on monthly candle closing basis, right? Not weekly candles, monthly candle closing basis. You want to see it close above consequent encroachment of this monthly fair value gap, right? For low resistance liquidity runs. All right. On the weekly time frame, right, you have a breakaway gap that's way down here inside the manipulation leg, right, as we drop down, right? This right here is your fair value gap, right? This is the first BISI created off of displacement, leaving this area. Yes, we have a breakaway gap, but this is the first BISI created off of displacement, leaving this area. So on a weekly time frame, you want to see the algorithm respect consequent encroachment of this weekly fair value gap on a closing basis, right? I'm going to hide this for a second from the monthly, right? If price got up, now this is longer time frame, longer horizon that we're looking at. If price got down here, you're looking on a weekly basis for low resistance, retracement, and continuations. You want to see on a weekly basis price respecting the consequent encroachment. Jesus Christ. You want to see price respecting consequent encroachment of this weekly BISI from 413. Right, the week of April 13th, right? Because this is your breakaway gap. This is your fair value gap right there, right? The first fair value gap created with displacement above this balanced price range over here, okay? Right, and you don't want to see price digging all the way back down into here. Why? Because your monthly discount PDA rate is resting here. Your weekly discount PDA rate is resting there based off of our intermediate, right? This is our intermediate term for our weekly from that low of week of March 30th to our current high. That's our discount PD array for the weekly. So our discount monthly resting here, discount weekly resting here. This is your discount area for your long-term and intermediate term, right? For or intermediate term for the weekly and short term for the monthly. All right. Right. We're looking at the larger time horizon, right? So if we are in a if this is our smart money reversal, now we know where can we expect the higher time frames to draw to. All right. What's up, E-Rock? E-Rock. Click on that sheet up there and put your name and your YouTube name inside there. I'm going to be doing a giveaway in a minute. As soon as I finish this, starting next week, it's going to be a week-long mentorship with me and one person. We're going to meet 1 hour a day, and I'll talk about what it is again. Exactly what it's going to be when I get ready to do the random pick. So put your name in the hat. It's a link pinned to the top of the chat with a Google spreadsheet. All right. So on the weekly, right? Let's look at our weekly high and weekly low, right? I'm going to move this. Well, I'll leave it there for right now. So our weekly high and weekly low, right? This is our low from last week. And this right here is our high from last week, right? Now this right here, this is like your extreme short term. When you're a day trader, right? This is the range you're starting off with as a day trader, right? With your highest high and lowest low. That's your high. That's your higher time frame, right? Your last week's chart as a day trader. That's your extreme high time frame. This is what you're basing your entire week of trading off of as a day trader. When you look at your weekly high and weekly low from the previous week. All right. So that's our weekly high and weekly low from last week, right? We got our intermediate term discount PD array that we're watching for the weekly, right? Let me name this so I know what this stuff is. That's April 13th. All right, and then our monthly. All right, and then our monthly was for April also, I think. Yes, the monthly was for April also. I'll go current only on the monthly. In the weekly, I'll go current and below. All right. So, and then remember, right, this was our intermediate term. And then remember on the weekly, right, we said that from here to here, right, this is our short term, right? So for the short term on the weekly time frame, remember you have a BISI here. We got a BISI that's resting there. This is for short term, like weekly perspective. All right. And that's from the 5th of May. 5-4. All right. So for a shorter term time horizon, right? For a shorter term, because you always want to know where, what PD arrays are there. Now, since right? We're anticipating this before we go to the daily, since we're anticipating this to be a smart money reversal, right? And this right here is our discount PD array based off the intermediate term, right? Based off that intermediate term, right? You would anticipate this being an inversion fair value gap that takes you down to your discount PD array for the intermediate term. That's how you look at the price, no matter what time frame you're on, right? If this is your range, you're looking at your current range you're dealing with, right? This bullish PD array that's in the premium, you're anticipating it to be an inversion. So you want to see it become an inversion on the weekly and be used to take us down into our discount PD array for our intermediate term horizon, our long-term horizon, right? Now, for the short term, right? This is the short term. This is a discount PD array on the short term. So now we're in a buy program. All right. We took out buy side liquidity first on the monthly time frame, right? What do you want to see manipulated before it goes up? Sell side, right? So we've taken out the buy side, right? If price is really, really bullish and don't want to get down here, price can come down, take out the monthly sell side, and then rally back up. Why? Because we've come to a discount. That's why you want to make sure you monitor to see if your sale programs are being respected. So that's why I said if you come down, you want to see price take out preferably this liquidity here, right? Make a short-term low, come back up, right? Preferably making maybe a SIBI right here, right? That'll be the first SIBI created on this move down, taking out that sell side, trade back up into it, then come down and attack this sell side after taking out that low, because then that will give us a smart money reversal and a low risk sale. And now, right, taking out this sell side liquidity is not saying, oh, I'm ready to go back up. Now it's saying I'm ready to pull back into this range here and continue down into the discount. All right. That's what it looks like on the weekly time frame. All right. Now let's go to our daily. Okay. Going to our daily time frame. So looking at our daily time frame, right? Our daily high, our daily low and our weekly low is going to be the same level. Right, that's our, let me do this for a second, put this on the top, right, because we made our weekly low on Friday, right, we sold off big time, all right, E-Rock, I don't see your name in the sheet, put your name on the sheet, E-Rock. Daily time frame, right, that's my daily high, daily low. Okay, on the daily time frame, we look here, right? As we see here on the daily, all right? If we come down here, right, that would give us a daily bearish breaking market structure, right? We already have, right? We already have our change in state delivery, right? All of these consecutive up close candles right here. Right, it's crazy. I know that's a huge order block, but we got straight consecutive up close candles that this low went out, took out that high. So there's our bearish change in the state delivery. It wouldn't let me do it on my phone. Almost home to get on my computer. Other people said they can do it from their phone. What kind of cheap cell phone you got? You must got a Razor. You got a Razor Flip. Man, E-Rock still got a Razor Flip phone. All right. We got our change of state delivery, right? Trading below the low of May 19th, right? That'll give us a bearish break in market structure on the daily time frame, right? So on the daily time frame, that'll give us a bearish break in market structure. Now that we're on the daily time frame, We ain't talked about our buddy in a while. Shout out to Wild Juices and Berries for bringing this to my attention, right? We are going to look at our IPDA look back since we on the daily time frame now. Now, the way Michael taught the IPDA look back, right? The way Michael taught the IPDA look back is doing it based off the first of the month after something significant happened, like a liquidity run or whatever, right? Breaking market structure and doing it from the first of the month, right? So we're going to look at our, right? I already got mine set up because I set it up ever since the first of the month, right? So ever since the first of the month, okay, let's look at, first we're going to look at 60 days back, right? I've had mine set up since the first of the month. Okay, right? So here's my 60-day look back. You say, Tim, that looks weird, right? I know it may look weird to you. All right, so what am I looking at? I'm looking at from June 1st, right? Let's find June 1st. Okay, this is June 1st, right? That's the first trading day of June right there. That's June 1st. All right. So right here, right, we had something significant happen right here. Boop, boop. And we made all-time highs. Boop, boop, right there. Right. This is the first of the month right there. So after this significant event and right here on the first of the month, right now, based off how Michael teaches it, you're going to look right from the first of the month and you're going to look 60 days back. You're going to look back 20 days, 40 days, and 60 days, right? Right there, that's 60 trading days, right? It's 87 days even, but 60 trading days back. You're looking back 60 trading days from the first of the month after that significant event over there, right? And so looking 60 days back after that significant event, right? This right here, I put it up to that high right there, right? Because since then we made like new highs, right? So I'll just put it on the first. I'll put it right on. Nah, I ain't gonna move it. Y'all get it, right? Y'all get it. We've already taken out that high, right? But 60 days back, that right there is the lowest low 60 days back. All right. So Tim, how do I use that? So now if you look 60 days forward, right? If you look 60 days forward, if price, because IPDA looks back 20 days, 40 days, and 60 days for liquidity and inefficiencies, right? It looks back in increments of 20 days, 40 days, and 60 days for liquidity and inefficiencies. All right. So looking back 60 days, right? Here's all your information you're looking at. This is the lowest low, right? And this was the highest high 60 days back. All right. Now, if price wanted to attack the deepest level of liquidity 60 days back, right, you would want to see it happen within the next 60 days, right? And this would be the liquidity that you would be targeting. All right. But what did we say? Right? It's okay. It's okay if you want to use it from the current day, because you know what I'm saying? It's all right if you want to use it from the current day. But when you think about higher time frame, right, what's important? Time and price, right? Time and price. So if you're starting, right, on your monthly chart, what are you starting with? The first of the month. You see what I'm saying? So if you're starting on the first of the month, if you're starting on a monthly chart, you're starting on the first and you're looking 20, 60, 40 days back. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing wrong with wanting to start on the current day, because it's going to be, because it looks 20 days back first. So it's going to be stuff within those 20 days that you can use in your trading to target. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so for this is your lowest low and your highest high. But what did we say before we got to this daily time frame? What were we wanting it to draw into, and where did we want it to stop? Huh? Who remember what we said? We said on a monthly closing basis, we wanted to be at a certain point. On a weekly closing basis, we wanted it to be at a certain point, right? Was it down here at this low down there? No, it wasn't. It was up here. This is the deep as we wanted it to go, right? That's as deep as we wanted it to go. So in this case, instead of 60 days out looking for it to sweep that liquidity, right? We will be looking for it to maybe draw into the monthly imbalance, because it's looking for liquidity and imbalances. So within 60 days out, right, we will be anticipating price to want to draw into that monthly imbalance that we was looking at, right? So using that higher time frame of 60 days out, right, we got a 60-day target that we can be looking for price to draw into, right? And then when we look at our quadrants, right, we have our lower quadrant there, our equilibrium there, and our upper quadrant there, right? Anything below equilibrium, this is our discount range, right? Anything below here between the lower quadrant and the low, this is extreme discount, right? So this is when it's super cheap. But this down here is high resistance, right? This is a high resistance pullback. Why? You're coming all the way down into that order block. That's high resistance. We're not looking for that. We want it to flow, right? So coming down here, right, and going back up, that's just coming back down to that discount PD array that falls within that IPTA 60-day look back window, right? Now that we know what the 60-day look back is, it's the same thing for 40-day look back, 20-day look back, right? So for our 40-day look back, this right here is the lowest low. Right over here. That's the lowest low during our 40-day look back, right? That 40-day look back, right, is falling into a deep discount for our 40-day look back. Okay. Then also notice we came back to a discount here on that move up, back to a discount there. We never came back to a discount anymore once we left here, right? So if we never came back to a discount anymore after we left there, right? This is when, what is this right here? This is when we're taking off right there. So we're looking at this right here. That's a smart money reversal, right? We can say this is a low risk buy right there. We paused here for a second, right? So we can say this right here is out. That's a stage of accumulation right there. Right. So since this is a stage of accumulate, smart money reversal, low risk buy, if this right here is our first stage of accumulation, we can go back to our OG that don't require any PD arrays, right? We can go back to our OG that don't require any PD arrays and go from the lowest body to the highest body of this entire range right here, right? And don't require any PD arrays, and looking inside this area here from 27,169.50, which is our 62%, our 26,679.75, and this 26,190, which is our 80%. Who knows what that little area is called right there? Right? What is that little area right there called? Who know what that area is called? Somebody put it in the chat if you know what that little area is called. Well, I got that box drawn out right there, right? That right there is OTE. That's your OTE, right? So that's how you can look for OTE for this range right here based off this daily time frame, right? Because it's very specific criteria you want to look at when you're looking for OTE, right? If you want to know more about that, you got the magical Fibonacci tool in the link in the description down below. You can click on it. It'll help you out. Now, so, right, you don't even need no PD arrays, right? If you know how to trade OTE, you know what it is, right? So, and you notice, where's that deep discount on that OTE? Resting right down there in our weekly PD array, right? Look influence. But OTE don't require PD arrays. It's just a retracement based off of a very specific criteria within the market maker model price delivery framework. Okay. Then it's the same thing for 20 days back, right? So this is our 20-day look back right here based off the first. All right. So, and you also want to look forward. So when you come here and you say 20 days back, right? So this is our 20-day look back. All right. This is our 20-day look back. And if I, right here, that you can't see it because that's in the way. That monthly line is in. Let me hide this monthly line right here so y'all can see it. Right. That's our low. Right. And then our high is up there. Right. That's the lowest low 20 days back. Right. That's our lowest low 20 days back. Now, when you look at price going backwards, right, you have to has a look forward. So as we look forward, right, okay, we're anticipating price, right, to engage with that sell side moving 20 days forward, right? Does it have to get there? No, it don't, but we're anticipating it hitting that, right, going back. Now, when we look at this 20 days back, this is the lowest low, right? This is the lowest low with them 20 days back, but this is the lowest obvious liquidity. Why? There's a swing low right there, right? The next swing low is down here, right? Just outside of that 20-day window, right? So the obvious liquidity 20 days back, right? That will be your obvious liquidity, but this is the lowest low, right? So you can anticipate price drawing into that 20-day back, right? Lowest low, but this is the obvious liquidity that you would be targeting 20 days back because it's right there. That's the only swing low before this right here, right? Got that swing low, and then that's the next swing low as we, obvious swing low as we going up, and then we have relative equal lows there. You got a swing low there, right? That's the obvious low, relative equal lows, and then you have this is the first BISI created on this move up. It's inside this discount PD array inside the short term. So you would anticipate this acting as some type of support. You don't want to see it supporting price to take it back up because we're looking at this as our smart money reversal, right? So then we got an opportunity to create a SIBI, right? So you would want to see price maybe come down, right? Come down, hit that SIBI, come back down, right? Maybe even take that out, right? And now we're below that, what we're looking for it to become an inversion on the weekly, right? And then use this range, or maybe from the balanced price range that we create leaving there, this range as a shortened opportunity off of the inversion fair value gap coming down into our PD array there, right? And that's what it looks like on the daily chart, combined with the IP to look back with reasonable targets, right, in the next 20 days, in the next 40 days, and then hopefully once we get down to this area there, right, this acts as support because we don't really want to see the 60-day liquidity taken out, because why? That invalidates the buy program on the higher time frame, right? That invalidates this right here invalidates the buy program on the monthly time frame, right? That's our lowest low and that's our highest high of our current range on the monthly time frame. And if we trade down below that low, that's invalidating the buy program on the higher time frame. We're just looking for the higher time frame to come back to a discount, right? All right, man. I'm starting to sweat. And so everybody, if you got your name in the chat, if you put your name on the sheet, put a 1 in the chat right now. If I do not see a 1 in the chat for your name, I will take your name off the sheet, because you got to be here. All right, you got to be here. You got to be here. You got to be here. Just call my name. You got to be here. Me and my wife went to go see Scary Move today. That thing was so funny. That thing was so funny. I am so glad the Wayans brothers came back to the Scary Movie franchise. They had me hollering the whole movie. I was hollering the whole movie. If y'all wonder what I'm doing, I like for my highs and lows to be on the exact candle all the way down to the 1 minute time frame. I don't like for it to stick past the end of the low or the high. I like for it to be all the way down to the exact candle, down to the one minute time frame. That's what I was doing there. Look at that drop off. Look at that drop off. Whoa. Once again, I'm not live. All right. Let's see here. We got Rhonda. Did Rhonda got a 1 in the chat? All right. How do I? Oh my God, I wish this was Excel. Rhonda got a 1 in the chat. J-Rock got a 1 in the chat. Oh my God. Where's the... CMF. All right. I see JT, J-Rock. So far, Jen. So Jennifer. All right. So far, Jen. Here to learn and share. Let me see. JT, so far, Jen, here to learn and share. J-Rock. Dan Mallard Jr. I don't see Dan Mallard Jr. Watch me. G Ferg, here to learn and share. I don't see Dan Mallard Jr. I don't see Dan Mallard Jr. All right. Rhonda, Tasha, Jeff, Valentine, E-Rock, Derek. Who else? Wild Juices and Berries, aka Brian. Shout out Lorraine. Y'all, Lorraine done pulled up with the First Sunday Dove, Christian Dove White, First Lady of Third Baptist AME, Mother of the Church hat. Y'all shout out Lorraine, man. Y'all give it up for Lorraine. What's going on, Lorraine? Sebastian. Yeah, Sebastian. I see Sebastian. Oh, they go Dan. Dan, you put the wrong thing. That's why I didn't see you. You put the wrong thing, Dan. You supposed to put Dan. You got Green Trader. You got Green Trader. Your thing says, see that? This why I be telling people. I be telling people, put down what you YouTube. Don't put down what you want people to know you as. Dan, you was fun to get deleted. You supposed to put Dan. You supposed to put Dan Mallard. That's what it said. You put Green Trader. All right. Lorraine, Rhonda. I put my tag name. Apologies. Okay. Empire Tradings. You out of there. Gone. I don't see no one in the chat. So that means Empire Tradings ain't here no more. Get going once, right? Empire Tradings. I'm about to highlight them red. So I'm giving them a chance. Right? I'm giving them a chance. But we're gonna highlight them red. Right? Orif Black. Right? I just seen CFM pop in. So we'll get CFM. I just see him pop on there. Right? Orif. Prentice. Did I see Prentice? I'm gonna mark it. I'm marking it. Got it. I got the market. I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna go back and double check. And then Orif Black. All right. Now, if y'all still here, Orif here. Where Orif at? Somebody said Orif here. Where Orif at? Did I miss Orif? Let me type a search. Find Orif. Orif Black. My bad, Orif. I see you. You commented at 9:20. You commented at 9:20, Orif. I apologize. Right? Prentice. 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 Prentice is not up. Yep, Prentice is not here. Prentice is not here. Last time I saw Prentice was at 8:03. Prentice, you out of there. Book up. Empire Tradings. Empire Tradings. Empire Trade up. Empire Trading. Last time I saw them was at 7:51. You out of here. Book up. Okay, that's it. Okay. Random wheel generator. Random wheel picker. Right? Let's hear about these people here. So that's 16 people selected. There are 16 entries right there. Y'all ready? Somebody give me a drum roll. Somebody give me a drum roll. Are y'all rolling the drums? Are y'all rolling the drums? You ready? Click to spin. Derek is the winner. All right. Now, Derek, put in the chat what is the best time for you. If it's morning, right? If it's morning, we are going to meet at 8:30 in the morning before the market open. If it's the best time for you to meet, it's going to be at 8:30, right? And if the evening is better for you to meet, we're going to meet at 8 p.m. Right? So put in the chat AM or PM. Put in the chat AM or PM. This is very important, Derek. AM or PM. AM or PM. You're on the clock, Derek. AM. All right. AM is the best time for Derek to meet. Now, I'm going to remove Derek's name and I'm going to ask everybody to put in the chat what is the best time for you to meet. AM or PM. Derek, don't put nothing in there. If you put something in the chat more than one time, you disqualified. So if the best time for you to meet is AM or PM, put it in the chat. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not enough. It's 15 people left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Missing 2. I'm missing 2. I'm missing 2. Somebody put it twice. No, they didn't. Alpha say somebody put it twice. Hold on, let me check. All right, we got Jen, Lorraine, CF, Gia, JT, Rhonda, Sebastian, Dara, Tasha, Wildberries, Valentine. Was J Rock? Okay. Or okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Now, Derek said AM is the best time for him, right? Since y'all in here, I'm not going to remove the PM people. If it lands on a PM person, then I'm just going to have to do it twice a day. So I'm going to leave everybody in. If it lands on an AM person, good for me, because I don't have to do it twice a day, right? One more spin. Y'all ready? Here we go. Juices and berries. Juices and berries. Juices and berries said PM. I got to do it twice a day. And look at that. I got to do it twice a day. He said, I'll do AM. All right. He said, I'll do AM. So it's going to be Brian, and it's going to be I only said AM cause it's going to be all right. He said I'll join you in the AM. Okay, so we doing AM, right? We doing AM, and since I'm, you know what I'm saying, since I'm feeling good, and I love my people, right? Everybody that's in the gang, and you still on here, y'all coming in too. So if you in the gang, right? If you in the gang, and you want to participate, right? Drop. Okay, everybody that's in the gang, right? Put down the best time for you. Just if you're in the gang, put down the best time for you, AM or PM. Right, everybody in the gang, put down the best time for you, AM or PM. Just in the gang. JT South Miami. I ain't never seen that name in the gang. Unless that's Joe. He'll learn and share. Gotcha. J-Rock. Gotcha. Is that JT? Which is that JT from that JT South Miami? I ain't never seen that name before. Yes, as in Discord. JT, how many different names you got? That's the YouTube name. No, it ain't. That ain't the YouTube name. I done seen your YouTube name before. Got warrants. I feel you. Y'all making this hard. Gang. Everybody that's in the gang, go DM me right now. Gang. Go DM me right now, and for the gang, because I know most people in the gang, they work and do stuff during the morning. It ain't a whole lot of people that's got the PMs off. So if you're in the gang, DM me right now. Go in there as soon as I get off this live. DM me, and I'll send you a Zoom link tomorrow in your DM, and we're gonna meet each evening, starting Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. We're gonna meet each evening, starting Sunday meeting at 8 o'clock. And what it's gonna be, I'm gonna go through the charts just like our pre-market analysis. I'm showing you all the levels that's got my interest right now, why it's got my interest, and it's gonna be your opportunity to ask me any questions, any burning questions you got at that time, right? So a right seat, left seat type thing. So that's it. Juices and Berries and Derek. Right? Juices and Berries and Derek. Do y'all got go in there, right? Do me a favor, go in there and put your email address in the sheet. Juices and Berries and Derek. Go to the Google sheet and put your email address in there, and I'll send you the Zoom link to your email address. Right? Or if you got Discord, you might be able to send me a friend request on Discord, but it'll be easier if you just go to the sheet that y'all filled out and just put your email address on the sheet for just Derek and Juices and Berries only. So Brian, put your email address in the Google sheet that we did. Derek, put your email address in the Google sheet that we did, and I'll send you the what's the name? Whatchamacallit, E-Rock. DM me. Make sure you DM me on inside Discord. I know you still are in the gang on the YouTube side, but just go inside me and you should be friends on Discord. Send me the thing inside the Discord. Right? I know you're not in the current Discord, but you were in the old Discord and you still inside the YouTube, so you should be able to send it to me in Discord. But if it don't work, E-Rock, just put your email over there on the sheet too, right? Just put cause you still in the gang. You still in the gang. So just send it to me in the Discord. If you can't reach me in the Discord, you should be able to reach me because you still in that old server. I never deleted that old server, right? If it won't let you DM me in the Discord, just put your email address in that sheet also, right? And Derek, put your email in the sheet. Derek, you still in here? Or did Derek email me? Did he send it to me on Discord? Derek might have sent it to me on Discord. Nope. That's here to learn and share. That's Rhonda. Nah, that's Rhonda. That's JT. That's Joe. That's JT. Valentine. Here to learn and share. Rhonda. All right, there you go. All right. Oh, so Wild Deuces, that's the same thing as Juices and Berries. Okay, you got multiple YouTube pages too. All right. Okay, that's it, everybody. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. Now, if you're in the gang and you didn't DM me, you ain't gonna get no link, right? And the cutoff is I already clicked on everybody that DM me, right? So don't be trying to sneak a DM in when I get off, right? So J-Rock, Rhonda, Here to Learn and Share, Valentine, JT, right? Those are the only ones that I see, right? E-Rock got you, right? So E-Rock and the ones I just said, and then so we gonna do the gang in the evening. So Sunday evening, right after our Q&A tomorrow, right? We're gonna do it Sunday evening. Right? We're gonna do it Sunday evening. Tasha, you throwback gang too. Put your email address on there, Tasha. I just seen you were still in here. Put your email address on there, Tasha, in the sheet. I just seen that you here. All right, that's it, man. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Right? Just my way of trying to help people. Like I say, we sprinting. You can't learn no more. Can't nobody learn no more. Now it's about application. How do you apply it? When trades go wrong, you don't need to run and learn something new. You ain't got to learn nothing else. Application. And we sprinting now. That's it. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, until the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing but everybody putting their email address on there. Everybody putting their email address on there. Y'all know what? Everybody put your email address on there. Everybody put your email address on there, and we're just going to do it with everybody, and we doing it in the PM. Sorry for the ones that won and wanted to do it in the morning time. I'm changing the rules. We're doing it for everybody. Everybody put your email address on there, and we're doing it in the PM. So if Brian and Derek, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If y'all really want to do it in the morning, I'm sorry. We're doing it in the PM. And just to make up to Brian and Derek, because I said we was going to do it in the morning, I'll send y'all the link for a Zoom on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I do the pre-market analysis with the gang. Well, no, Monday and Friday. I ain't going to do it Wednesday because Wednesday we do it. Well, I do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because Wednesday is a tape reading session too. But to make up for y'all, because I said we was going to do it in the AM, I'll send y'all a link for, oh, it's all good? Okay, don't worry about it. I ain't going to send you no link. We doing it in the PM. Everybody put your email address in there. I'm going to set up the Zoom. Now, make sure the email address you putting on there, that's the email address that you're going to log into Zoom with, right? Because I'm going to put this email address on the Zoom, and if you're not logged into Zoom using this email address, it's not going to let you in. It's not going to let you in. All right? So remember, like on Zoom, when you log into Zoom, if you go to your profile up there, it tells you what email address is connected to that Zoom, right? So if the email address that you got on there is not your Zoom address, Zoom email address, you're either going to have to make a Zoom with that email address so that you can log in for this, or it won't let you in. All right? Or it won't let you in. Okay? All right? Matter of fact, let me do it right now so that if anybody got any problems, right, we can try to resolve it right now. Y'all do me a favor, hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. Cause we doing great and wonderful things today. What's the day? The 6th. Okay, let's go to the 7th. Right? And then we got our Q&A session tomorrow, so 8 o'clock. I'm going to click there. Right? Week long mentorship from 8 to 9. That's good, right? Zoom settings, right? Sign in with invited accounts, right? Where is it? Sign in with invited accounts. Where's my invite thing? Sign in with associate email. Yes, what I want. Don't want a waiting room. Where's my alternate host? No. Where's my invite? Save. Okay. No. Where's my invite? Why am I not seeing my invite? Save. God dog it. Constantly got to reconnect this thing. Every time I create a new, ever since I got this Windows 11, every time I create a new thing, I constantly got to create a new all right. Edit. Invite right there. Okay. Add invitees. Now, let me get these email addresses. Info at Rhonda Green. Info at Rhonda Green. Jermaine. Oh, J Rock. We got J Rock. We got C. We got JT. JT, why you ain't got your email address on there? If you don't want nobody to have your email address, JT, send it to me in the DM. And then y'all, Jeff gone. Where Jeff at? I don't see yours, Jeff. Jeff left. Did Jeff leave? I think he'll learn to share sent me hers in the DM. Right, you sent me yours in the DM, right? He'll learn to share. Jen. Mallard. Uh-oh. Mallard. E-Rock. No. Oh, that is E-Rock. That is E-Rock. Lorraine. Then Sebastian. All right, Lorraine, Sebastian. And then he'll learn to share was over here. I'll send it to you in the right, let me copy this right here. I need your email address though. Valentine, send me your email address because I'm putting, you got to have the email address on there. Hey, say we got a friend anniversary, Rhonda. JT. All right, there you go. Got JT. Valentine, that was you, Valentine? I just heard something pop in. All right. JT. I could have swore he'd learn to share sent me hers in the email. I'm not. I ain't got you up there. That's your Zoom email. Which one is the top one or the bottom one? You sent me two. Oh no. That's your what's name? Never mind. I see it. That was your name. I thought that was an email, but that was your Discord name. All right. And Valentine. All right. Okay. Now, send. All right. Now, I just sent oh, I need to change this right here. Let me edit this. I just sent it, right? Let me see, where is it? Repeat daily at 8. No, until I want to do it until every day until that's the 12th. Save. All right. So now, okay, now what I'm gonna do, I just sent it, right? Now, I'm about to, wonder if it's gonna let me do this. Now go click on it and go click on it, and if it try to let you in saying that it's waiting on me to start it, then like drop click on it and see if it pop in and says waiting for me to start. You know what I'm saying? If it don't do that, like drop something in the chat, right? Matter of fact, I wonder if it'll let me start. I wonder if it'll let me start it while I'm on live. All right, I see Rhonda. I see Hit, Learn, and Share. All right. I see Rhonda. I see Hit, Learn, and Share working. All right. Y'all click on it and let me know if it's working. All right. Y'all click on it. Let me know if it's working. Lorraine, Sebastian. All right. Y'all need to click on. Let me know. I'm giving y'all a chance to let me know if it's working or not. JT. All right. I see JT. All right. All right, it's working for the most part. I see Derek. It's working for the most part. All right, so if it don't work for somebody, I give it a couple more minutes to see if it. J Rock, see if anybody got any issues. See if anybody got any issues. I'm working on it. Tasha said I'm working on it. CMF. All right. Sebastian said that. All right. So Tasha, if it's like the email address you put in there, that's got to be the email address that's connected to the Zoom account you're logging in with. Like if your Zoom account got a different email address attached to it. Oh, I see you, Tasha. You in there. All right. Okay, that's I see 9 people. I sent it to 15, I think. It was either 15 or 16 people. I'm in here. It works. Yeah, I see you, Jen. So far, Jen, I see you in there. Who don't I see? I don't see Brian. I don't see Brian. I don't see Derek. I don't see E-Rock. I don't see. So I see him. I see He'll Learn to Share. I see Jen. I don't see Dan. Dan Mallard. I don't see Dan. I don't see Dan. I don't see Derek. He'll Learn to Share. I always talk about, don't dox me. Don't dox me. All right, man. Okay, I just heard somebody pop. Derek. I see Derek. Oh, yeah, Derek popped in earlier. Yeah, I remember seeing that little black square. All right. Okay. I did put Wild Berries. I ain't put you in there. Wild Berries. Brian, there you go right there. He popped in. I see him in there. Yeah. So that's 11 people. 8 o'clock EST. 8 p.m. EST. 8 p.m. EST starting tomorrow night. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 p.m. What we're going to do, we're going to, every night we're going to meet, going to go through the chart. I'm going to go through the chart, show the exact levels that I'm looking for, that's important to me, right? And that's going to be what I'm looking for price to interact with, right? Either overnight, you know what I'm saying? Either overnight, I'm looking for these levels to interact with, or going into tomorrow morning, right? And then open up the floor for any, you know what I'm saying, any questions that anybody got, right? Now, mind you, it's, you know, going to be maybe 15, 16 people in there. So if I don't get a chance to get to everybody's question, because I don't want to keep everybody all night, and we're going to get together tomorrow. All right? So it's going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right, at 8 p.m. And breaking down why I'm looking at it, why is it important here based off of order flow, price at the same thing I do every day when I just sit down and look at the charts for myself. Because like I say, we at the point where it's all about application, right? Yeah, I see you. I saw you, Dan. You got a beautiful family, Dan. See, you look like you got a wife and 2 daughters there. I see your family. All right. Yeah. So start tomorrow at 8 p.m. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Hopefully y'all find some value in this. Like, y'all know me, right? This ain't about money grabs for me. I love doing it. I love helping people, right? And this stuff changed my life. And, you know what I'm saying, I'm always willing to share my understanding of it, right? God blessed me. I try to bless others. You know what I'm saying? So we going to have fun this week, right? Hopefully y'all get something out of it. And then if you don't get nothing out of it, I promise you, I try my best the next time to make sure you get something out of it. Yeah, man. All right, man. So I'm about to close the Zoom out, and then I'm going to end out the YouTube, and then I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Hey, YouTube, y'all do me a favor, hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed, and until the next time I decide to get on Algo's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that we call price action. My name is Timothy Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. That just means big spot if you don't hablo Espanol, man. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets. I'm gone.